For today's cup of coffee with Scream,
Turn it, buddy.
this is this growl that's coming out.
It's a growl.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
Is this defined as fun?
Oh, we bought the adventure pack.
I don't think I wanted this type of adventure.
Obviously, several of us did not read the fine print.
I think seriously, we got shoved into an office, got told what we were assigned to do, and was like, okay.
It's just foot soldiers.
Yeah.
That's it. You just following orders. You go to your deployment. You don't get to pick at shit.
No.
I've known that for a long time. I truly have. In my spirit, it's like I'm foot soldier and just doing the best that I can to, not get trench foot.
Mm-hmm. Don't get trench foot. Change out those socks.
Mm-hmm. Keep your feet dry. That is one of the main things. Keep your feet dry.
Your feet will end up like prunes.
Well, it's just, there are different conditions that humans are, that they can survive in, and other ones that they can't.
Trench foot is not one of them.
Trench foot is a serious thing. It really was. And, that's one of the things that, as far as forgetting, and where people have not been taught history and everything's like that. And it's incredible. And it truly is. Those who cannot, that as far as if you don't remember the past, you repeat.
Yeah. And we are in the process of repeating.
Yeah. Is there some kind of something within humans that they are just doomed to repeat the same mistakes?
I don't know. That's a good question. That is a really good question, and we do not know. Because it's like, that people have been like, oh, deja vu is like similar experiences that you've had in like past lives, and so you're just going through the motions again, and it's like, what? Well,
the thing is with this, and it's not a matter of being black-pilled, we're just pondering. This is just us pondering. That we do this stuff whether we got the microphones on or not. As far as the theory of karma, because there are people that are in reincarnation, why the hell? What good is it? Would it be to come back and if you can't remember? That would be cruel.
That would be cruel.
And everybody's like, oh, you remember on a spiritual level. But you're functioning from a mental level, conscious level. That is how we that works. So that's like if a dog pisses on a carpet today and you wait 3 days later and beat him, the dog doesn't know why.
Right.
That's pointless.
It is.
And
so I don't fall into that.
I don't either.
But
I did for a while, and it's like, no. And then I realized that I had just been raised by narcissistic parents, and it's like, and a lot of the guilt that had been put on me, I didn't earn. I didn't deserve.
No.
And there's a lot of other people that's functioning through that also. Mm-hmm. But within society, and you've got a lot of people, there's that cat of yours that's trying to climb the microphone pole.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep.
And it's like,
how'd she get in here? Where'd she come from?
She was in here already. We've got people that are blaming people for things that they did not do personally. That's not how that fucking works.
Right. It should not work that way.
That's what they're trying to do. You don't have to accept it.
It's like, why not just punish the person who did whatever fuckery?
Right.
And then just leave the rest alone. Use them as a learning tool. Be like, okay, you see this? Don't do this.
Because it's being weaponized. Guilt is being weaponized. This is psychological warfare. I mean, honest to God, anybody, like I said, we've said this every video recently. If you don't understand that we are in a spiritual battle, let me know in the comment section, because I'm avoiding the emails right now. That's why I haven't even been giving it out.
Yeah.
And we'll try to explain it a little bit better. What people do, the choices that they make right now matters. But as far as repeating the sins of the past, and it's like, got off the phone with husband a few minutes ago, and he is the best example that I can give anyone of what happens if you cannot remember the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because with his dissociative identity disorder, there is not shared memory.
No, there's nothing. So it's like, it's God love him. It's a clusterfuck.
It is.
Because he can't remember jack shit.
Right. And to sit there and say whichever one inside of you is withholding the memories from the others, is holding the others hostage.
Literally.
And condemning them to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this has been a rough tour of duty.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been a rough go of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not been fun.
No. So as a society and different things like that, it's a matter of standing up and going, no more.
Yeah, but at this point, literally, society's over it.
Uh-huh.
And you can feel it and see it.
And it's like we had an example,
Hear it.
and God love them, we have neighbors, and when people, everybody has a breaking point.
Everyone.
And when you have somebody that is a fucking drama queen all the time, not many people are going to endure that for that long.
No, because everybody has their breaking point.
They do. But it's like when we're sitting out there on the porch, just sitting there trying to smoke a cigarette, minding our own business, because we do mind our own business.
I'm just trying to play with my
And
brat
then
stalls.
people be screaming up the road and stuff like that, and it's just one of those, and I'm like, let's go in the house in case shots are fired. But these are grown-ass people. They need to learn to work on their own problems.
They do.
And I told Kid over there,
It's just
I said,
a mess.
when you've got somebody that's 30-some years old, has children, and then is still wanting to act like a child, and this is a problem in society right now, horribly. You have these adult children. Drop my stuff. And it's like those of us that are Gen X and older are sitting there, and we have tried to teach, we have tried to understand, we have tried to be empathetic and everything like that. And at a certain point, we're just done. And it's like, y'all figure it the fuck out. But unfortunately, you've got some that are dragging everybody else down with them.
That's the thing.
And when somebody has a child, first of all, it's been known and proven for quite a while what causes pregnancy.
Yeah.
If somebody is not responsible enough to prevent a pregnancy, they shouldn't be having sex. Flat out.
Oh.
Which that has been absolutely perverted in the fact this was a sacred act that can result in life, the creation of another life.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the twistedness of our society, that the sacredness of that act has been defiled. The devil always, this is how it works.
His whole plan is to steal, kill, and destroy.
Right. And then when you have somebody who is dysfunctional, and people don't want to hear this because they want to have fun. Well, let me tell you something. As somebody who worked with children who had mental illnesses, 9/10 of the reason is because their parents were dysfunctional, and it keeps going on and on and on until somebody breaks the cycle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
until somebody says, no, that is not what I want for my life. That is not what I want for my children. I want to be responsible. I want to hold myself accountable for my choices, my decisions, my actions. That includes the fallout when you do fuck up.
Yeah.
That's just how it rolls. Mm-hmm. And where God does forgive us of our sins, that does not mean that that we do not get the consequences of our choices and our sins, because that's how this world's set up.
Yeah. Yeah, we full on do. I mean, there's consequences for everything, good and bad. Mm-hmm. Good, bad, and indifferent.
Mm-hmm. But when you got 30-some-year-old woman up there screaming, and we've seen them do it in front of their kids.
Literally.
And then the kids scream at each other. And then, you know.
It's a whole just bowl of dysfunction.
But I actually was really glad that the man finally said why. What was it he said?
I don't know what he said.
Why does she have to act like a fucking child?
I know he told her that, like, you act like a fucking child.
Mm-hmm. He was right.
Yeah.
He was right.
He was right.
And so it was a matter of they went inside their dwelling, and honestly, it was just as loud as when they were in the yard.
No, it wasn't as loud as it was in the yard, but you could definitely still hear them from outside the house.
Mm-hmm. We've had it to where we could hear it while we're sitting here in the living room.
Yeah, they were usually outside.
But it's also one of those that's just like, okay, situational awareness. They're doing this. We have never heard shots fired up there, but it could happen. It could happen.
Prefer not to be outside when that happens.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's like, because this is how you live. It is not our business. We can pray for them and, like I said, go in the house. Don't sit near the windows.
Don't want to be a witness.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. Don't want to be a witness. Not today.
Yeah. Because these are adults. They need to figure it out.
Yeah. It's like,
Mm-hmm. And this saying, fuck around, find out, that's one of the best sayings that has come out for the past 5-10 years. Because it's flat out truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like these weeks, I mean, these days can be years long. For some more so than others.
It definitely feels like that.
Yeah.
And it's just, they just drag and drag and drag.
Well, and it's like here it is, it's spoopy season, and we can't even enjoy it. We can't even enjoy it much because it's like every day's a new fresh level of hell. You know? And it's like, I would like to think that some of these, I think that Stefan Burns had said that this solar maximum lasts for 2 more years. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh.
Love it. That's great.
Because
that's just fantastic.
For the most part, we are, honest to God, some of the simplest humans.
Literally, we're just podlings. We just let us bang 2 sticks together and that's it.
I mean, that's it. And to be grateful.
Yeah. Even
in the midst of adversity. I mean, even when we were without the electric and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay.
Listen.
I got this. We got this. I got a radio. I got batteries. I got lights. We didn't lose that much as far as frozen stuff. The insulin was good. I was all right.
Yeah.
Except for the hot coffee. I still have to find me a battery-operated coffee pot.
You do. Because that is a must.
Yeah, because I thought that I could get by with using just the cold freeze-dried coffee. See, I found out I've got a limitation. Now, honest to God, could I have lived with it if I had to? Yeah. Yeah, but I did have options. But it's a matter of learning from the experience and go, okay, this is what I need to do to prevent this. Because let me tell you something. Winter comes every year.
But, in this case, also, you can just get a tea kettle. Just get a tea kettle, put it on the grill, let it boil.
It takes forever, but that's where we've got that tiny cast iron stove that we're going to put on the front porch.
Yeah.
And Omega's going to help us with,
it's gonna be cool.
With the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Because the cast iron will get hot.
I really don't know how safe that is going to be on the porch, though.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
It will be fine.
All right.
Yeah. It would be safer than putting it on the grill. The grill would take too long. The cast iron and stuff like that will, once that gets hot, it's like a cast iron skillet. Once it gets hot and you can cook on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we got snow, I don't want to stand out there for an hour waiting for charcoal.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, still, with that stove, you're still going to have to wait for it, the fire to catch.
This is Aries. He's never experienced cooking with an iron stove, cast iron stove. I have. But he knows more than I do. Are they brain damaged people? Honest to God, are they brain damaged?
At this point.
But our turnip buddy from last year, and to just try to focus on things like that for the weekend, because the geomagnetic storms today just wiped me out totally, completely. And
it's been a rough one.
Uh-huh.
It's been a rough year.
Yeah, it ain't done.
No.
It ain't done.
We still got, what, 3 months to go?
Uh-huh.
4 months? 3-4 months?
It's 10th month. We've got 2 months.
2 months. 2 months.
Yeah. There's 12 months in a year.
We could have just went right by that.
I mean, it's just incredible. It's hard for everybody to keep up.
Yeah.
And some days you don't have to. The world will go on and do whatever it is. And you can sit and ponder about carving a turnip. I encourage everybody. I thought it was going to be harder than carving a pumpkin.
No.
It's not.
It's easier.
It is. And when I thought I had other pictures, I must have downloaded them into some of the external hard drives. They're adorable when you put the little light in them.
Uh-huh. They are really cute.
Cool. And that is the original old school Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they do look like actual little faces when they shrivel up, and
they're cool.
Yeah.
You got to be careful because they'll grow mold. But even that is interesting. It's interesting.
Don't keep it in the house too long.
Yeah, don't keep it in. Don't let the cats eat it. Cats never tried to eat it. I don't think they like turnips.
No, they never did try to eat it. They didn't try to bite it, lick it, nothing.
No.
Not even a paw.
No.
So.
Learn from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from the past. Be careful. Have situational awareness all the time. If you need to make plans for winter or whatever, go ahead and do that. Now's a good time to do that. Yeah.
Yep.
And deal with each day. One day at a time. That's all we're required.
Mm-hmm.
Old school AA.
Yep.
But as I tell you something, I learned all that stuff the hard way. Every bit of knowledge I have has come from really hard lessons. And it really wasn't that I was that big of a dumbass. It just, that was in the cards for me for whatever reason.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
So.
Final thoughts, kid?
Ooh. That's it. That's all I got.
We'll tell them where they can find us.
Check us out on BitChute, Rumble, YouTube at Werlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Werlanda, COCWS. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
Have a good.
And let me say this. I put things in perspective because I am blessed. And even though I've been through some rough shit, I know people that it's I would be ashamed to even complain. It's not a matter of minimizing what I've gone through, but when you do put it in perspective with somebody else's journey, it's a lot of times you're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I am good. Mm-hmm. Know that you are
truly
loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And one of the most loving things that you can do is tell somebody the truth. Mm-hmm. Don't sugarcoat it, just flat out. Sometimes they need that shock value and shock factor of going, my God, they really did just say that. If you do it with love, not just to hurt them, but to truly sort of shock them into awareness so that they can make a change while there's time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep, yep.
Bye.